Hi guys, it's Jesse back at Zotac here. Today we're going to be doing a disassembly of my media computer, and then a clean and a reassembly. We're doing a few upgrades. I'm going to be upgrading my pump res, my CPU block, and I think that's about all we're really going to be upgrading for today. But we have to do a disassembly. It's dirty. It's everything in the build is budget though. The whole media computer, I think, all in all, cost me about $170 all in, and it's gaming. Like I do game with some titles. Obviously, it's not any high end gaming, but it does work. The budget media computer itself was actually built into my TV cabinet itself in the bottom of the TV cabinet. So we will be removing everything from there and then building it from there onwards. Anyway, so all the items that I've used, I will put links in the description for all of them. And yeah, I guess let's get to it. Okay, so as you guys can see, the first thing I did is clean out the top of the shelf, and then we can remove the main shelf itself, and then you can get a little better view at the computer. The computer doesn't have everything I wanted it to do. It does everything I need it to do. So there's a few things that we're going to be changing, like this res. It is a $12 eBay res. It is absolute junk, but it's worked for over a year now. It's starting to make a little bit more of a humming noise. So that's why we're replacing it. Other than that, everything else on this system has held up great. I believe it's an A8 chip and board from Newegg. You got it all together. I think it was like $85 or something. It's running 8 gigs of DDR3 RAM. It is hooked wirelessly to the net. It's got a GTX 650 2 gig as a graphics card. And then it's got a 120 rad in the back with 120 Vader fan on the back. And a 140 is an inlet on the floor, but I do plan on switching the inlet 140 fan to the side on the inside because it sucks up too much dust where it is. And you'll see that obviously as we continue going on with the disassembly. So for now, let's just start disassembling a few of the little things that had to be added along the way to make sure everything in the system would fit and hold. I don't think I'm going to need to undo the entire power supply for this, but I definitely want to make sure that I can get in here. Sorry for the bad camera angle. It's going to be extremely hard to try to... Yeah. As you can see, I definitely need to do a cleaning. What else we got here? Well, that's going to be it for this second. And then we will, I'll continue in a minute. Okay, so the original block that's in here is just an aluminum block, and the screws that are holding it in place are actually giving me a trouble. So it looks like I am going to have to remove the entire motherboard, which I was really hoping I didn't have to do. But whatever, it is what it is. So one step at a time, right? Sorry again for the camera angle. Can't really do much about that. Where's that other screw? So I don't really plan on pulling the motherboard all the way out. I just need to get it off the back wall so I can get to the screws holding in the back. And then once I can get to that, then I can do the rest. And I believe there's only the one left. I believe that is all of them. Yes, it is. All right. So, that being said, wow, okay. I'll be back once this is off. So I got it all apart now. Now you guys can see. It is a ITX board with it is an A8, as I said, I believe. Yes. It has 8 gigs of G-Skill Aries RAM. A little 120 with a Vader. Like I said, the block that's on here is actually just an aluminum square. There's no fins in it. There's no anything like that. So I did notice that the temperatures were kind of very fluctuating up and down. And these little things actually get pretty hot. Like the systems overall get hot. I do need to make it have better passive air, which is why I'm going to be adding one more fan in the long run. I don't know if I'll be doing that today. But since we last saw, the cabinet's been all cleaned out and everything else, and we are just going to start getting ready to pull the fan off of the rad, and then we can start getting ready to disassemble and drain the loop. Now, as for what's in the loop is full of 50/50 antifreeze, and then I also water it down a little bit more with some extra distilled water. Personally, myself, I don't really think that the systems that we run and the coolants we run, they're not needed, and no one has really physically proven any tests yet that antifreeze isn't good. It works in vehicles for mixed metals and helps against it, which the system is a mixed metal. It had an aluminum block with a copper rad, so there's no reason. I've never had any issues, and I'm sure when I drain this I won't have any issues. I use it in all my systems. I am soft tubed, and because I am soft tubed, I'm actually the soft tube is coolant line for a car. I find that works best because I tried to do normal soft tubing, and antifreeze does eat it a bit. The tubing itself kind of just turns to mush after a while. So I decided I wanted to do something that I know wouldn't. And while obviously coolant lines for a car, which is cheap by the way, you can buy literally 10 feet of it for under $10. It's not expensive at all, and it holds up really well, and it's just black braided line. Well, that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought that was going to be a lot worse than it is. Anyway, I am replacing the aluminum block with, technically, it is a Southbridge block, but it will fit these A chips. These A8 chips from AMD and everything are really, really small, and I wanted something that I could do that would easily be able to fit the holes and be able to mount down. So that's why I did that. And as for the pump, this pump only did 150 liters an hour, which is garbage. Like, it is absolute crap. But it did its job, so again, I can't complain. And the one I'm upgrading is another eBay pump, but it does 500 liters an hour, which again isn't huge. Like, it's no D5, but I have one of these on the main rig actually downstairs, the desk PC, and it's been going for over a year, no problem. It does everything it needs to do, and they're really, really quiet overall. Like, they have not been loud at all. So I'm going to continue using them because I've had good luck with them. Anyway, I'm going to go clean this stuff off, and we'll be back again. Hey there guys, so after about an hour, it took a little bit more effort. I had to do some modifications that I really didn't expect on doing. And there is still one more thing that I really want to do to this build, and that is to add one other fan, as I mentioned at the beginning, on the side, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'll do that at another time. I want to see how temps and everything are this time. I don't know if I'm going to put the fan in the wall, or if I want to actually just like put it on mounts and kind of sit it there. But without further ado, this is what it looks like so far. With everything, and no leaks, everything is solid. I think it looks decent. Nice and clean now inside, everything's good, and just to prove that it does post up, there you go. So, there you go, guys. That was just to prove it post up. So, that is today's little thing. A little demonstration. Just pretty much just a little rework. I am going to be starting. I have finally received the last of the pieces that I need to start my desk PC rebuild. That will be starting shortly. I am going to do a little list and a review, basically not a review, but like kind of like an open boxing almost of the parts that I will be adding, along with why I'm changing my setup and everything. So yeah, till next time, we'll see you.